What's going on? 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 No? No? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm just in a silly mood. How's everybody doing? Listen, it is Thursday if you didn't know. And what does Thursday mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's Power Session Live from the live studios. How is everyone doing? I hope that you are doing well today. I hope that your mama and your sister and your daddy is doing well, because I'm excited to be on here with you tonight. Listen, it is one of my favorite days of the week. You know why? Because I get on here to encourage you guys, and not just to encourage you or just to motivate you or inspire you, but I want to give you something tangible so that you can apply these principles to your life, not next week, but right now. So again, with that introduction, welcome to Power Session Live tonight. So if you have not been following me, we've been doing a series all this October, every Thursday. We have been doing having a wonderful time, right? Speaking about the process of change. We've talked about it, and tonight we're going to talk about, y'all ready? We're going to talk about reason. Why do we want to change? What are the reasons why we want to change? Now, a lot of people have a lot of reasons why, but some of those reasons is because we don't know what we want to do. We have an idea, but we don't know what to do. And then when we do have an idea, we don't know how to start. I want to give you some things that I feel like will be helpful to you. So before we get started, I need everybody, and I say everybody, I mean everybody, to do me a favor. Whatever platform that you're on, please share this. If you guys can give me about 20, 25 minutes, I just want to give you some great info. Do me a favor, share this also. And I want you guys, if you missed the first 2 weeks, this is part 3. If you missed the first 2 weeks, it is on my page, on my Instagram page, and it's up there the whole entirety. But if you want some extras, please wait to the end. Wait to the end. So I know we're kind of going with time, but I believe in really empowering you and motivating you, but also giving you some words of wisdom. So I feel tonight is going to be very, very good tonight, because I want to see you win. But I don't want to just see you win financially or be seen on camera. That's wonderful. I want to see you win in life, because I want your change to be constant, consistent, persistent. I want to see you win. So we've already at 9:05. Let's get going. Let's get going. Now, if you have your pens, your papers, however you take your notes, please put those down. All right. So let me get a little water and we're going to get started. Share this, y'all. I'm telling you, you want to share this tonight. And we're going to take our time. We're not going to rush because I really, and I want you guys to put any questions that you have in the comment section. Please don't think this is just a one-sided thing. I want you to speak. I really want you to say the things that you want to say because I want my show to be interactive because I don't want you to leave here without any question that you might have. All right. So let's keep going. So as you already know, I love to define what I'm talking about so you can get an idea. When we're talking about reason, we're just defining reason right now. The word reason, that's it. And then we're going to move into some other places, okay? Now, the definition of reason is a cause, explanation, or justification. I say in or a justification of an event or action or event. Let me read that again. So it's a cause, explanation, justification for an act or action or an event. So what I did, I like to dissect these words. When we're talking about reason, okay, this is what I wrote down. So I got a few notes, so bear with me, right? Your reason has to be, or I'll say it should be, it should be driving you to make an action or to move quickly, right? To change your life, your actions, whatever it is, life in general. You should be moving. There should be a reason that is pushing you every single day to change, because that's what we're talking about. Remember, the series is called The Process to Change. Get it? The process to change. I want to see you move because when you have a reason, right, that you need to change, you will do any and everything to do that. Give me 1 second. I see something a little off. There we go. I like to be right. All right. So it is an action, or you need to make an action so that your life, your actions in your life, the mindset that you need to have is ready for that change, but that reason should be pushing you. Let's move forward. Whether or not you know this, and I hope that you know this, as we get older, because if you don't, you're going to find out. As we get older, our bodies, our minds, right? Everything, our tolerance changes, right? Either for the good or the bad. And I'm praying that it's for the good, right? Because as you get older, you want to get better. We don't want to just get older and get worse. We want to get, like, even with our health, I'm working on my health. Not only am I working on my mind, not only am I working on my relationships, my marriage, and getting it better and loving my wife more, but I'm also working on myself, my intellectual self, my mindset. I'm working on myself. But let me ask you this. If this is true, right? Why aren't we making actions or movements or have a distinct reason why, or why we're not revamping our lives or changing our lives? I'm throwing a lot of words at you, but why are we not changing our lives? Why don't we have this aggressive pressure to change, the aggressive tendency to change? Why are we so complacent when it comes to changing our lives? If COVID has not taught us nothing, that we need to change for the better. Do you understand what I mean? For the better. Our mindsets need to change for the better. Our relationships need to change for the better. Who we are as a person, even me, sitting up here now, teaching you, encouraging you. There are things I need to change for myself so that I can be better for other people, for my family, for my friends, for my community. Things have to change. Now, again, and I ask this over and over, Why are people not really changing? Well, let's be honest. A lot of us are hurt. What are we afraid of? We've been hurt. We are afraid to get hurt again. We are afraid that he's going to come back in our lives and he's going to hurt us again. She is going to come back in our lives and she's going to hurt us again. They're going to come back into our lives, or they're going to find a way to come back to our lives. And it's going to be the same thing that it used to be. A lot of us have been not just hurt, but we've been rejected. We've been rejected by religious groups, right? We've been ostracized by different things. We've been put aside by different situations. We've been disappointed by our family. We've been disappointed by our parents, our siblings. We've been disappointed about not getting that job, and it has brought our self-esteem down. And we don't even recognize ourselves anymore. And again, we're still talking about reason to change. Now, my question to you is, let me put this out here. Also, a lot of us won't change or feel like we have a reason to because haven't been accepted, not just by society, but we haven't accepted ourselves. Let that sink in for a moment. A lot of us have not accepted us or ourselves, and we haven't been accepted by other people. Now, but I want to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and here we go. But isn't change for you and not the next person, even though that person left you and they pushed you to the side and they talked to you wrong, they did you wrong? Isn't change for you? Is it really for the next person, or is it for you to better yourself? Some of us have to answer that question because some of us don't know. Here's another question. What would you be, right? What would your personal reason for change be? Let me say that again. I'm asking you guys a question. What would be your personal reason or reasons for change? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what you think. What would be one of the top 1 or 2 reasons why you would change? And in that change, what's driving you to change? Are you tired of the way you are living? Are you tired of who you are? Are you tired of dealing with the same thing? Or is it mom or dad pushing you to change? Is it your spouse pushing you to change? Or simply, is it the outcomes that have rigged you and pulled on you and pulled you down? And you got into the place that you're so tired of the same personal disappointment. And you said, there's something I need to change in my life, but I just don't know how. Now, I feel that everyone owes themselves an opportunity to change, to see something different. Some of us don't make that change, or we don't know what one of our reasons are to change, because we've been in such a box. Some of us have been in such a box in our mind. We've allowed everything under the sun to get to us, and we have not been focusing like we should have. And I know that it hurts. I know you're in a tough spot right now. A lot of you are disappointed, and not only disappointed, a lot of you are depressed. A lot of you have a lot of anxiety going on. Yes, COVID is giving you a lot of anxiety when you go out, but a lot of you have a lot of anxiety when you lay down. Some of us are married, and when we lay down, we feel like we're by ourselves. A lot of you have a lot of friends, but when you lay down or you get off that phone or you turn the lights off, your mind is going, because you don't know how tomorrow's going to go, because you're so confused about who you are. You don't know, you don't have an identity. But I want to help you tonight, right? I want to help you in a few areas, and we're going to get there. I want to say this to you before we get to a couple things, right? We have to ask ourselves too. I told you I got a lot of questions tonight. When are we going to start learning ourselves, who we are? When are we going to take a step to grow and to mature? When are we going to take a step to adjust our posture? When are we going to expand our minds and reach for the information that we need to help us be successful, not just in business, but in life? When are we going to do that? One area that I really want to help you in, I want you for the next 5 to 7 minutes, I want you to take this down. So we're going to get into a few things that I feel like will be very helpful for you. So here we go. The first one is how you really increase your reasonings, have more reasons to change that will push you and catapult you to your next level in your life. The first one is you have to make purposeful moves. That's the first one. You have to make purposeful moves, right? I'm going to say it again. The first one is make purposeful moves. We can't waste any more time, y'all. We have wasted so much time. We've wasted so many tears. We have wasted so many times on him or her. We have wasted so many times being at this place and that place. We can't get that time back. But the time that we do have, we can use it. So I listened to this wonderful, brilliant pastor. Name is Dr. Darius Daniels. He's out of New Jersey. He runs this and pastors this amazing church called the Change Church. I'm telling you, you gotta look him up on YouTube. He's amazing. I can vouch for him. I haven't met him yet, and I say yet, but he's a brilliant mind. Dr. Darius Daniels states that God might not give us more time, but will excel us. And I'm just paraphrasing, will excel the time that we have, right? And that he gives us to do what we were called to do. But I want to say this and I want to add this. If that's true, and I believe that is true, well, we need to get busy now. We need to change now. You got to have, this should be one of your biggest reasons. If you have lost time chilling, hanging out, just doing what you want to do and not progressing forth, it's never too late. Today can be your day that you change. Today can be the day that everything in your life changes by the decision that you make right now. But it's all up to you. And the reason why I read that information to you is because we got to stop wasting time on non-purposeful people, relationships, and conversations. I'll say that again. We have to stop wasting time on non-purposeful relationships, conversations. I'll say jobs, churches. I'm saying groups, cliques, whatever you want to call it. You need to start being around purposeful people so that you can make purposeful moves. I feel like just breaking down. I feel like dancing because that just excited me, and I hope that it excited you. Think about it for a moment. Why would you want to be around people that are dry? Not dry in conversation, just that. Dry in life. Why would you want to be around people that are dry in life and they're not making no purposeful moves? You might be with somebody right now and you love them and they're not making no purposeful moves. And guess what? They might not tell you. They probably don't. Because they're going off of you. They're going off of what you're doing. You got some friends right now that you're texting or you're FaceTiming and they're not making no purposeful moves. And you wonder why you keep going in a circle over and over and over. You got to check who you're with. That's free right there. That's free. That's free. If I could be honest, I hate wasting time. I hate wasting time with people that waste my time, because that time that they have wasted, I can't get that back. And you can't either. Just imagine you being with someone or being around somebody for 5 to 7 years and they drain you. And while they're draining you, they're draining your purpose. I wish if I could just take this mic off and just drop it, I just would just do it, because that is the honest truth tonight. Don't be with someone else, or be with a group, or be with your friend or whoever that you're hanging out with, and you spending that time and they're draining you. And not only draining you physically, they're draining your purpose, because they want you to do the exact same thing that they're doing, which is nothing. See, that's a whole nother subject, another thing, another time, because I might just have to do something with that. But anywho, number 2, and we're almost done. This is the last one. That's why I said I want to take my time. The next one is resetting your focus. Now, this is my favorite one, because this is a part of what I talk about. Resetting your focus, resetting your mind. Your mind needs to be reset. Put that in the comments. Your mind needs to be reset. I'll say it again. Your mind needs to be reset. We have an issue going on in this world. Our minds are all over the place. And I understand there's a lot going on. We already know there's crime, there's COVID, there's sickness, there's shortages at your job. There's everything that's going around, and it's crazy right now. But have you taken the time to refocus? Let that sink in for a moment. Have you taken time to refocus your mind, to refocus your thoughts, to look at where your life is going right now? Is my life going where it needs to go? Or am I stagnant? Or am I waiting for my friends? Or am I waiting for my mom? Or if I'm waiting for this one, or I'm waiting for that one, or maybe I'm waiting for this one to give me the green light. Maybe if I wait, maybe they will stay with me. Listen, I want you to reset your focus. Because my thing is, what is your focus on? Because if your focus is not on changing and bettering yourself, what is your focus on? It's got to be on other things. It has to be on other people, on what they're doing, or the lack of. Sometimes we don't want to move. We don't want to improve ourselves because our friends haven't moved. And that's wasted time that we can't get back. This is what I wrote down. You know why people don't change? Because their focus is on the wrong thing. You have some goals. Get around the people, like we just talked about, purposeful people. You got to get your goals in order. You got to get your mindset in order. And you got to refresh yourself. You got to refresh your thoughts. You got to refresh your mind. You got to refresh who you are. And what do I mean by refresh who you are? Sometimes we have been labeled by society. And I'm not talking about in a racial way. I'm talking about just you in general. Sometimes you have been labeled dumb. You have been labeled stupid. You've been labeled you will never. You've been labeled he will never or she will never succeed. You've been labeled ugly. You've been labeled short, fat, whatever it is. You've had so many labels, and you have allowed these labels to be put on your mind, to put on your heart, and you started to believe it. You're not as happy as you used to be. You're not as satisfied with yourself like you used to be. There is a new focus that you need to build. Self-renewing. You're not focused on the normal things. that held you back. You're not focused on what they said 10 years ago because you have a life now. If I was so focused on what people said to me back in Syracuse, because I'm going to just be myself for a couple minutes if I can. When I moved from Syracuse here to Buffalo, there are people that smiled in my face and but talked about me. They didn't want me to go anywhere because they weren't doing anything. They weren't doing too much. And the only reason why I'm being honest tonight, because we got to start being honest about who we are. We have to accept, and I accepted it. It hurt, but I accepted it. And because I accepted it, I took that anger that I had, that frustration, that hurt, and it propelled me more. It pushed me to work even harder. Not for them. I did it for myself. I had to reset my focus because I thought my focus was just that city, those people, these people. And I'm not talking about everyone. People know people know I ain't got to explain myself. But there has to be a reset of focus for your mind. You could be all over the place. And it's time to get uncluttered. And I'm done. You have to get uncluttered. Your mind has to get decluttered, uncluttered, however you want to put it. It has to be decluttered because you got so much in there. What is your reason to change tonight? What are you willing to do to change? We're going into November very soon. And a lot of us are stuck in 2020 or 2018 and 2015 and 2013. We're stuck. It's time to get unstuck. It's time to move. And I want to see you better than you were before. So it's time to declutter. I'm done. Turn the iPad off. I want to say this to you. There's some people out there, right? You just saying this sounds good, but how do I start? How do I start? Is my reason good enough to change? Some people might feel the reason that they want to change may be not good enough, and I just need some help. Well, I have this coaching program called the Resilient Coaching Program, where I help you. It's a 12-week program, okay? And it's designed to help you reset, rebuild, and renew yourself to be a better version of yourself, to be the best person that you can be. I want to help you do that. It's called the Resilient Coaching Program. And if you are looking for a coach like myself and you're saying, DMPSpeaks, I need your help. I need your assistance. I need a coach, because I'm just telling you, everybody needs a coach. I want to help you. And if you need that help and you're looking for that help, I want you to put in the comments, coaching. I want you to put that in the comments, coaching. I will send you a personal, not my secretary, not somebody else, me. I will send you a personal message and we will talk off of air. And I would see all that I can, what I can do to help you be the best person that you can be. So guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope that you really grasped and took what I said tonight. Reason. Make your reason count. Make your reason a priority so that you can be better, not just for today, but for your future. Listen, if you want to contribute to my business and you felt like I gave you some good value tonight, please, you see the Cash App at the bottom of the screen for all the social media outlets. Please give me something. It doesn't matter what it is. I just want to be a help to you. But if you felt like this was some good value to you, please, whatever that you want to give, I'm very appreciative. Even if it's $1, I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. So next week, we're going to conclude our series, The Process of Change, and we're going to talk about need to change. I mean, we're going to go all out. We're going to wrap up all 3, and we're going to talk about the need to change. Everybody should have a need to change. We're going to talk about that on next week. So until then, I want you all to have a wonderful and a blessed night. Peace.